Howdy y'all and welcome to Lex Lives. I think it's time to play a little 7 Days to Die. Or you can come down and play. That's right. Oh, so got some other people coming out to play. Ow. Great. Hold on. Oh, my bow's broken. Ah, I see. I see. Things are broken. Things need to be repaired. Alright. Let's break some of these down. Hold on. I don't know why I have that block in my hand. I can't get rid of it. There we go. Weird. Just walking around with a block in my hand. Whatever. Alright, and then you and you fix that. And I should be able to repair my bow, I think, with these sticks. Thank you. Right. Sticks and a bow. Yes. I'll get you. I'll get you back going. So oh man, that really ate at my sticks. I haven't really had much of a chance to watch anything that's particularly zombie or horror related. I mean, I guess I have had a chance, but I've been watching really old stuff on my DVR last couple of weeks. Wow, I can't believe you're still alive. Well, or undead, I guess. Vitamins. Alright. Now let's get in here and see what's going on. I think that should have cleaned up. Whoops. Don't worry, I'm just throwing my axe on the ground for no reason. Oh, can we go in a different door, though? That door is a lot of metal. Oh, wait. I've already been in here. I came in through the back. I don't need to be in this place. Weird. Alright. Oh, I knew I was going to step on that thing. What about this place? It looks like I've already been in this place, too. Nope, that says untouched. Well, it's been a zombie in here. Yeah, I've been watching some old stuff on my DVR. I am really bad at taping things and then not watching them. And so I had... Yeah, this is another one that I would prefer if we... There we go. So, I've been watching Hostages, which was on, I think during the summer, like, of 2013, or the winter or something, I don't know. I just watched through that this last week. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it. It was, family was being held hostage because, they wanted to assassinate the president, and the mother was a surgeon, and so the president had a tumor in his lungs, and she was supposed to operate, so they wanted her to make sure he died on the operating table. And then the guy who was doing it was FBI agent who put together a little mercenary team, and he was doing it because the president was the father of his wife, and the president had raped a journalist when he was governor or whatever 30 years before, and stone axe, man, I'm blind. I don't have any sticks. I used them up fixing my bow. And so, because he had tried to kill her mother, they assumed that he would kill the daughter if he found out she was still alive, because she would be a threat to his presidency. And he also apparently killed his brother-in-law as well. So he does have people killed. And but they managed to, by the end of the series, since it only lasted one season, they managed to grab the bone marrow from the president without killing him, and the doctor's family got to live. I think most of the mercenaries got to live too. Maybe all of them. And then the FBI agent turned himself in at the end of the series to the police. I can now make shotgun slugs. But it was enjoyable. I liked it. I don't know. And then the next one I've been working on here has been Almost Human, it's called. And it looks like it only lasted 13 episodes, and it's pretty good. It could have been better. It's a little all over the place with its storyline. It's about it's near future. Oh, it's getting dark. I didn't expect it to get dark so soon. And I've not found any leather or anything. I really had intended to go out and hunt for some animals. I'm really surprised it's already dark, to be honest. Let's see here. Must be... This is the next place. There can't be too many zombies left in here, right? So I should be able to just continue my searching. Although some might pour in from the desert, I guess. If I have to run from my base, I'll have to run from my base. Whatever. I'm going to keep searching. But it's been pretty good. It stars Carl Urban, and I think he is just awesome. And so I'm really enjoying him on the show. And then Minka Kelly is on there. I watched her on Friday Night Lights was a TV show she was on. And oh, I forget who else is on there. There's some other actors I recognize, but I don't know what their names are. And but it's about this cop who lost his leg, and so now he has a robotic prosthesis. Prothesis? That's not a word. And the cops have robot cops, and one of the versions of the cops was supposed to be like a human, and only they didn't... Some of them didn't react well to the police work, and so like they went crazy, and so the entire line of robots got shut down, and they started up a new line that was more robotic. I mean, they look like people, sort of, the new line, but they're really, really dense. So he's this cop is known for getting his robot partners killed, and like throwing them out in front of oncoming traffic to slow people down, or just straight up shooting them in the head when they talk too much. He did that on one of the episodes. But he gets assigned one. They won't give him one of the the ones he keeps destroying anymore, and so they reactivate one of the old ones, which is actually seems to be a superior model, anyways. Even if it isn't the newest hardware, it's still better software. Ooh, I need those. And you know what? I also need to take these. And so it's been pretty good. The episodes are about the advanced technology that they don't know how to deal with, and how this cop and his robot partner have to track down. It's always murders. It's a police show. So, but I was trying to think what some of the episodes were. They just did an episode where they printed out designer drugs on a printer in their house, and 3 people got killed taking it. And there was an episode where the company that makes cybernetic organs has the morgue destroy the organs when a patient dies, and so the morgue was taking out the cyber organs and then implanting them in other people, but they would charge them monthly fees, and if they didn't pay, they would shut off the organs. And so they were killing people by shutting off their organs when they didn't pay the fees, which kept rising higher and higher. They had one was pretty good. Was because of the shutdown of the I don't know what their model numbers are. I think the current cops are called MXs, and then the one that the guy's partnered with is a DX. And so the company that made the DXs, the city canceled their contract and shut down all the DXs that they were running. So the company kind of was going out of business, and so they created a DXR or something like that model, which was like a combat android. They only made one, and it apparently went on a rampage and totally wiped out like several blocks, and they bombed part of the city trying to kill it. And so the scientists who created it went into hiding, and then they managed to destroy the robot's body, but they kept its head in police evidence. And so this robot shows up and attacks people, and then when the police take it down, they put it in evidence until they figure out who sent it. And it had backup power supplies and stuff, and so it woke back up to get the head, and it grabbed the head and went back out. And then, they had to fight that down. And then there's a wall, and I totally missed why there's a wall. But there's a wall in the city, and everybody's afraid of what's on the other side of the wall. And so at the end of that episode, the dude went over the wall with his souls. He made souls for his more advanced robots. And so that's what's different with the DX model, is that it has a synthetic soul. And yeah, it would have been a much better series if it had a story timeline and wasn't so episodic. Episodic. I don't know why I can't pronounce anything today. It's been happening to me all day. It was happening to me while I was lecturing today, so that was bizarre. And but the oh, I've been in here. It says That's weird. There's a bed in the living room. Oh yeah, I remember. This is the one we started with. Okay. Let's head across the road then and see if this next block is open. Yep. But I'm like 10 episodes into the one season it had, and I mean the dude got blown up and lost his leg at the beginning, like before the first episode. And in episode 10, they have one kind of storyline about it. In episode 10, like, okay, and like that dude programmed those robots and they killed a bunch of people and then he disappeared and they don't mention him ever again on any episode after that. And I'm like, shouldn't there be like a storyline? Like, where's your overarching storyline to this? And they just brought in I don't even know. They implanted a memory or discovered a memory on Dorian is the name of the robot guy. He has a memory of a child in his head for some reason. And I'm like, okay, well, you're almost at the end of your season, which is the only season. And so, it's a little late to even be attempting some kind of big storyline that's going to matter from episode to episode when you don't even care about the other things that should have been in there. I don't know. It's good, though. I'm enjoying it. I just wish it had been more focused. It's weird that it's not more focused because it's by Red Robot, and those guys usually do more focused storylines. Even, I mean, like they did like Fringe. Fringe was fairly focused. Although I guess it got more focused in the... I already have one of those, right? Yeah. I guess it got more focused in the later seasons. Not necessarily the first season, so... but yeah, there's a bunch of stuff on there. I never watched the last 2 episodes of Being Human, which is an awesome show about vampires and werewolves and ghosts and stuff like that. It's I know I talked about it on here before, but it's funny that the premise is a vampire and a werewolf get an apartment together. That's the premise. But it's so good. There's so much more to it than that. And I like the British version of that show way better than the American version, but the American version was okay. And I didn't like the British version so much after they basically killed off every one of the main characters. I was thinking about this the other day, was with shows where things happen to their main characters, I find my desire to watch a show kind of wane after you lose those main characters. And like I used to watch what was I thinking of? Like Friday Night Lights. We talked about that one tonight. Friday Night Lights is about a football team, alright? A high school football team. And the characters who are on there are in high school, and so some of them eventually graduated and left the show and stuff like that. And I don't think I finished watching that show because the characters I started with were gone, and you never really get all gung-ho about the new characters. So I mean, some people do, obviously. Not everybody's refuses. Well, I don't refuse, it's just that, oh, yeah. Friday Night Lights is on tonight. Yay! I got other things I'd rather watch. It's like Z Nation. Z Nation's a pretty good example. There were a couple of characters who started the show who only lasted a couple of episodes, and I only started watching it because those characters were on the show, and then like one of them gets killed off in the first episode, and I'm like, this show, oh dang it! You already know I'm having problems trying to carry stuff, and now you're giving me. I guess I could run back to my base and unload, right? But yeah, that's kind of tricker. I don't know what that was. I was gonna say tricksome. It didn't come out tricksome. It's tricksy. It's trickery. It's sleight of hand to advertise based off of a particular actor being on your show and then killing them off in the first episode, and leaving you with, now you're maybe invested in the storyline, although I find myself hard pressed to be oh, I do not need 2 of those, that's for sure. I find myself hard pressed to be invested in. I don't think I can use those until I can make those, so I definitely don't need all that. Those are parts. I don't need that on me. You can take those and those. I'll keep those. I'll keep that. You can take this. No, I need the stones, actually. You can take the iron fragments, though. What do you got going here? Okay. I don't have wood to cook this with anyway, so you just go ahead and hang out in there. Alright. Nice. And then we can head back over to wherever it was here I was digging away. But, yeah. Z Nation, that's one I gotta get back into. It ought to be just about done with its season if it's not. Maybe I'll catch up to that one as I work my way through old stuff that's on my DVR. I mean, this stuff I'm watching has been on there since 2013. So, yeah. And some of it I even enjoyed. I don't know. I get behind and then I'm like, oh, there's so many episodes to watch. I see that I've got. Oh, I didn't get everything off my hotbar down there. I see I've got some Metal Hurlant Chronicles still on there. That was a pretty fun one. Metal Hurlant Chronicles was. Oh, what do they call that? It's got a name for that kind of show. It's a. Oh, I don't remember what the term is, but it's one of those shows where every episode is different. It's not variety. What is the term for that? I can't remember. But it's about an asteroid. And so every episode is a different place, and the asteroid it's traveling the universe, and so every episode is about how this asteroid, is visible in the sky over top of some planet, and then the story then is about, this can't be the outside door, right? It says it's unlocked. Why don't I just open it? Wow. But so every story is something different, on a different planet, different setup, things like that. It's always war-based because that's what the asteroid causes people to do. And so there's always like a rebellion or a coup or a straight up war and then usually the asteroid has made its pass by the end of the episode and heads back on out to the universe. And I really enjoyed that one too, but that only went one season, it looks like. I know that's coming up on my list of old shows. Basically what I've done is I've gone to the bottom of my DVR and I'm just watching everything from the bottom up. And yeah, so a lot of old stuff on there. Ooh, what we got? We got the pistol book. Nice. Wait. Could I use pistols before I have the pistol book? I can't figure out how to use the arrows, but I guess there's a recipe for that, and so I was wondering if that wasn't the reason I can't use those. I don't know. Maybe they're not for the bow I have. I saw a guy playing the other day, and he talked a little bit about it. He plays with the loot drops on the not loot drops. What's it called? The supply crates, and I don't play with the supply crates on. And he's got like steel pickaxes and stuff, and I didn't even know that was a thing. I have never seen the steel recipe book. I can't find the leather recipe book for that matter. That was the one that really stopped me on my last world, was never finding the leather recipe book. Which is why I decided to do... I mean, I know that it resets the loot. I play the game enough, I know. You wait a few days of the game, and then all your loot... I'm not sure if mine's set to 30 or 7. I think it's set to 30 at the moment, because that's the new default. And, so in 30 days, all the stuff that I am currently searching should refresh its loot. But on the last one, I had cleared most of the world. What I think I had a little bit... I hadn't done the snow yet, and the city. I think I was working on the suburb, and that was really all that was left. And still hadn't found the leather book. I mean, that's a lot of map to clear and not find one of the basic recipes. I have not watched the 13.5 videos or looked at anything about what's coming up in the 13.5, the new 13. I mean, update 13. I know that's coming along here sometime, probably soon. The video after I find the leather book is when the update will occur, so that I have to start my world over. Although on this I might not have to. It depends on how big the update is. Come on, door, get out of the way. Well, I guess we found the pistol book, and we found shotgun slugs. So that's a couple of good updates for me, and I managed not to die. That's a big plus. It's rare for me to make it through an episode without dying. So yeah, not too bad of an evening here. This headlight is amazing too. This really helps me out. I'm glad I decided to wear that instead of leave it in the whatever I found it in. Replace my football helmet. So, all right. With that, I am going to finish busting this safe and see what's inside. But we can check that out next time. So, click like you like, subscribe, be sure to catch the next one, and I will talk to you later.